think that the Iran regime hid some of the enriched uranium before the strikes?
No. You mean, did they take it out of the deep one? No.
Because you were pretty clear you can't have a weapon, you're going to have to come to the talk, something's going to happen.
I don't think they did. No, I think, first of all, it's very hard to do. It's very dangerous to do. It's very heavy, very, very heavy. It's a very hard thing to do. Plus, we didn't give them much notice because they didn't know we were coming until just, then. And nobody thought we'd go after that site because everybody said that site is impenetrable.
Because I saw reports that there were 400 kilograms, 800 pounds that they moved.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it's traceable. I mean, if they were to have moved
They didn't move anything.
They didn't move anything.
You know what they moved? Themselves. They were all trying to live. They didn't move anything.
Today we're diving into a topic that's been bubbling just beneath the surface of mainstream headlines, but is starting to demand our attention. We're talking about a significant shift in the global power structure, a new alignment that some are calling an axis of upheaval. This involves four major nations: China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea. Now, this isn't a formal signed on the dotted line alliance like NATO. You won't find a treaty that says an attack on one is an attack on all. Instead, what we're seeing is a deepening, informal coalition built on shared interests and, more importantly, a shared opposition to the current US-led global order. It's a convergence of powers that, together, are actively working to reshape the world as we know it. For decades, the world has operated on a model with the United States as the primary superpower. But the geopolitical landscape is changing, and it's changing fast. We're witnessing a coordinated effort among these four nations to create a counterweight to Western influence. This isn't just a series of coincidences. It's a strategic alignment designed to challenge US dominance on multiple fronts, from East Asia to Europe and the Middle East. This growing cooperation is intensifying global security risks and forcing us to rethink the stability we may have taken for granted since the end of the Cold War. So what does this cooperation actually look like on the ground? It's a multi-layered web of economic, military, and technological partnerships. A major driver and enabler of this axis is economic support, particularly from China. For instance, China has become a crucial economic lifeline for Russia, providing essential components like microchips that are vital for both its military and civilian industries, effectively undermining the impact of Western sanctions. This economic backing extends to Iran and North Korea as well, helping to sustain their regimes and fund their activities, including controversial nuclear and missile programs. The military dimension is perhaps the most concerning. We're seeing an increase in joint military exercises, such as the naval drills conducted by China, Russia, and Iran in the Gulf of Oman. But it goes deeper than just drills. There's a significant flow of weapons and military technology between these countries. North Korea, for example, has supplied Russia with millions of artillery shells and ballistic missiles for its war effort in Ukraine. Iran has provided Russia with thousands of drones, which have been used to target Ukrainian infrastructure. In return, there are growing concerns that Russia might be providing North Korea and Iran with advanced military technology, potentially even assistance with their nuclear programs. This exchange creates a dangerous feedback loop where each nation's military capabilities are enhanced by the others, creating a much more formidable collective threat. This isn't just about hardware, it's also about a coordinated diplomatic and strategic front. These nations work together in international forums like the United Nations to shield each other from sanctions and criticism. For example, Russia recently vetoed a UN resolution to monitor sanctions against North Korea. This kind of diplomatic cover allows them to pursue their agendas with fewer international consequences. The shared goal is to create a multipolar world order, which is their term for a world not dominated by the United States and its allies. They are actively working to undermine US influence globally, and aggression by one can be seen as an opportunity for the others to press their own advantages on other fronts. However, it's important to maintain perspective. This is not a perfectly unified bloc, and there are underlying complexities and potential fractures. Historical distrust and competing interests still exist. For example, Russia and China have their own rivalries for influence in Central Asia, and Russia and Iran compete in Asian oil markets. The cooperation we're seeing is often bilateral, like Russia and Iran or China and North Korea, rather than a fully integrated four-way partnership. The alliance is, in many ways, a pragmatic and opportunistic one, driven by a common adversary. Some analysts even point to recent events where China and Russia offered little tangible support to Iran during a major conflict as a sign of the alliance's limits. Despite these limitations, the trend of deepening cooperation is undeniable and presents a generational challenge. The synergy between them allows them to offset their individual vulnerabilities and collectively challenge the international system in a way they couldn't do alone. The support they provide each other, especially in the context of ongoing conflicts, has very real and dangerous consequences. This axis of upheaval is fundamentally altering the geopolitical landscape, creating a more volatile and unpredictable world. It's a stark reminder that the era of a single dominant superpower is being seriously contested, and the world is entering a new, more dangerous and uncertain phase. Understanding this dynamic is crucial for navigating the complex challenges that lie ahead for global security and stability. Thanks for tuning in. This is a massive and evolving topic, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Stay informed and stay safe.